What is good, everybody? It's Blakesy back again with another story time for you guys, and boy, oh boy, today's episode is an absolute heater. It's the story about the cops pulling me over twice in 5 minutes. Yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so this happened a few years ago back in my hometown, and I was hanging out with a close friend of mine. I wanted to head home before it got too late, school night and all that. So I left around 9:30 or 10 p.m., and it was about a 10-minute drive to get back home. So I got in my car, threw on some music, crazy bass of course, and I just started ripping down the road. Not really reckless, just dumb. And I allegedly was going 25 to 30 kilometers over the limit. And yeah, this is when things started to get interesting. So 2 minutes later, boom, that's when I saw it. Red and blue lights filling my rearview mirror. My heart sank. I couldn't believe it. My first time ever getting pulled over. I was about to get a ticket. I slow down, I pull over to the side. I had no idea what to expect. The cop walks up, super chilled dude. He asked for my documents and I said, yes sir. I've never been pulled over before, so here's everything from the dash. I handed him the license, registration, insurance, the usuals. And for no reason at all, I also give him the owner's manual, the receipt from buying the car, and even the business card of the guy who sold it to me. He laughs, hands me back the random stuff, and told me to wait. So I'm sitting there, lights flashing behind me, staring at the mirror on the side of the road, wondering how pissed my parents are gonna be. And honestly, how much this ticket's about to run me as well. After a few minutes, he comes back, hands me my info, and it's just a warning, no ticket. I couldn't believe it. The officer says to me, slow down, drive safe, and have a good night. And he just walks back to his car. That was it. Just like that. So I pulled back out onto the road feeling like the luckiest guy alive. I'm smiling, music turned off, and I'm thinking, alright, that's it, I learned my lesson. I made it maybe 2 minutes down the road before I started feeling a little too comfortable again. You know, that dumb teenage confidence that kind of kicks in. I was thinking, alright, maybe just one more song before I get home. So I turned the music back up, bass thumping, feeling good again. Then out of nowheres, boom, it happened again. I looked in the same rearview mirror that was flashing red and blue just minutes ago, and there it was again, another cop doing a U-turn in the middle of the road. We must have been going by each other in opposite directions. His lights were on full blast. I hit the brakes right away, trying to slow down just enough to look innocent, but no. He caught up, I pulled over, and I'm sitting there like there's no way this is happening again. There's just no way. I got off and I fumbled the bag. It's over. I'm getting a ticket. Absolute getting a ticket. And I'm thinking he's gonna find out about the warning I just got as well. The officer walks up, he looks at me and he goes, do you know why I pulled you over tonight? I hit him with the classic, no sir. He says, you don't know why? With a shocked expression. Do you know what speed you were going? He said. I'm like, I was going the limit. I even checked when I saw your lights, sir. He asked for my documents, so I did the same exact thing as before. I said, yes sir. I've never been pulled over before, sir. Here's everything. I handed him the license, registration, insurance, and, of course, the owner's manual, pink slip, the receipt, and that same business card from the guy who sold me the car. The cop laughs, took what he needed, and handed me the rest back. This time, it felt like forever. Probably 10, 15 minutes. I'm sitting there thinking, he's gotta see that I just got pulled over. He's probably calling his buddy right now. Then he comes back over, hands me my documents, and he handed me a second warning. I'm not even kidding. 2 warnings in under 5 minutes. He tells me he didn't radar me, but he saw me going fast, and since he didn't have a reading, he was willing to let me off with just a warning, as long as I promised to slow down. Told him, yes sir, absolutely, I promise. And this time, I actually meant it. I drove home the rest of the way going 5 under the speed limit thinking, alright, I used up all my luck for the year. So I got home, I stuffed both warnings into my pockets so my parents wouldn't find them, and that was officially the end of Blakesy's Fast and Furious phase. Well, until I got a Yamaha R6 a few years later. More story times to come on that. But yeah, lesson learned. Don't speed, play by the rules of the road, and maybe, just maybe, don't test your luck twice in the same 10-minute drive. If you made it this far, drop a comment, tell me if you've ever had a night like this, or if I'm the only idiot that's managed to get pulled over twice in one trip. And if you laughed even once during this story, hit that like button and make sure you're subbed up. I got way more dumb stories where this came from. I appreciate you all for listening, hope you enjoyed, and as always, it's been Blakesy. I'll see you in the next one.